Hello and welcome. This is not the case against social justice. This is going to be a video about the after report on Richard Spencer and him coming to Michigan State. Um, I just very recently went there to hear him talk about what he usually talks about. White identitarianism, and what else the white race or even the alt right can do. Um, I was more hoping so he'd talk more about immigration, but he didn't. He didn't even really, you know, continue on the fact his thing of the ethno state. But he did speak about Antifa. They were there outside. I actually wanted to get into a debate with one of the members, also a member of the alt right, but unfortunately I wasn't able to, and I can wait. As you can see, I went out in Bernie, full Bernie stuff. To mess with him a bit, you know. Show they're in Jew clothing, but besides all of that, what would I give his? Would I rate his speech? I would give it somewhere around a 30%, because he does hit on things that I would consider would be a problem, but every end is just an extreme, and the extreme, it's not happening now. It's for this potential thing that's going to happen 2050, 2060. I guess he sees himself as, someone who's, kickstarting it, the movement. So something I noticed that was very peculiar and very interesting to me when he was speaking. The pronouns he uses is we, togetherness, us, and I don't even remember him saying something like I or myself, or even you. To be honest, he sounds very progressive when he talks. Progressives say we together, us, and I'll just point that out there. The horseshoe theory. It was very interesting to hear because what he talks about collectivism, but he talks about it for white people while the progressives talk about it for everyone else but white people, which is giving him cadence of something, victimization. He's using that to his advantage, by saying white people are being looked down upon. They're going to become a minority sometime later. It goes against just what I'm for. Let's just be, free. Why are we talking about race? He actually he thinks race is very important. It's the number one thing to him. The white race matters a whole lot, and I to be honest, I can't blame him for it. The progressives and Antifa are kind of creating the alt, kind of giving cadence to the alt right, and they're helping them get more supporters. People don't want to be looked down for their race. It's giving them a sense of us as the white race. Now, I wish I was able to ask him this: how would he really define whiteness? And I can ask the same questions to the progressives. They can't give a coherent answer. If you look white, you're white, and then that's basically both of their answers. Now, something he hit on, I wasn't expecting him to, was about libertarianism. I think yes, someone in the crowd asked him about it. He talked about it's a moralism type thing, but their moral is the free market. They place everything on the free market. It's kind of, it's kind of true, but he says it's something that's not going to happen. And to his point, yes, but he's it's Richard Spencer talking, which is something that's not going to happen. What his ideals, his ethno state he wants to create. There was a student not from here that I who sat behind me. It was actually really pleasure to speak with him and his friend. Very nice. They kind of stand, I assume, close to where I stand. But I wish he would have had more authority to the questions he was asking. Just based on like body language, he looks like, I'll just point at Richard right now. He looks very, very calm, say the least. But also when you ask him a question, he looks directly at you. It's very just something that I notice. He'll continuously look at you. He'll even give you eye contact. Basic human things that I would consider very decent when speaking to a person. But just pointing that out there. But yes, my colleague who's behind me, he really hit Richard with, how is this going to happen? Why would people want this? How are you going to do this? Richard kind of complained that, man, it's like I'm talking to Sargon. It's like, okay, that's pretty funny. He was actually pretty intrigued by me being in the crowd, saying that yes, I am a liberalist. He found that intriguing. But yes, a lot of on my mind is what is the, how is this going to happen? That is, I'm pretty sure this is the number one question he is receiving. How and why? How? He even says it himself, that it's just what he thinks is out there. It's kind of wild. But at the same time, he thinks it's just something that's just going to happen in the future. People are going to be more attached to their race. I don't know. It's kind of, I can kind of see it with, part of the black community here. We kind of see themselves as, unified, more or less. I would even say more so than the white people here. That's kind of how I see it. Okay, so something else he talked about was his disappointment in Trump. He seems pretty disappointed that he's not going along with what could be for nationalism. He says he loved what Trump was saying because Trump talked about America. He talks about what no other politician has said in a long time. Something about America first. To that extent, I would agree to that too. America should come first for us. But to Richard's point, he said he was pretty astonished or whatever about the DACA deal, even though him and I don't support DACA, but he says, he he's glad that Trump came up with something, be stronger on immigration. But he says, but what Trump is offering is only something that's going to minimize the increase of other populations beside the white race, and making the white race a minority from 2050 to 2060. You say even if we were to cut off all migration, white people would still become minority. And to that, I don't fucking care who becomes a minority, though he says that being a minority is not something that you would wish upon someone. I can give a little cadence to that, but I don't give a shit about being a minority. Like, I'm just me. Why do I need to see myself as a minority when I can just see myself as an American citizen? Citizen of America. I like the country that I live in, and well, I ain't willing to go to no military for it, but I mean, if the government, comes around and want to be tyrannical, you got another story, Second Amendment coming your way. But if I had the live stream the archive live stream, I could probably go into more detail into what more he was saying. I can probably go point by point, but this is kind of just an afterthought, after progress report, what I have on my mind currently. But I definitely thank you for watching. I'm kind of just expressing myself as of right now. The next episode of the Case Against Social Justice is finally going to be about illegal immigration and DACA. I think the deadline is actually today. If it's not, I'll be very surprised. I actually need to read up on it. But the next episode of Case Against Social Justice might be out next week. But what I also have in plan is who I am and what I stand for, which is basically going to be about the liberalist movement and why I stand for liberalism, and why I wish more countries would adopt the First Amendment, even to the extent of Second Amendment. I don't know. Liberal principles in a liberal society, and why I am for it. I don't know. I might even take this 8 values thing again, or I can take this again, which was, so I can go into depth, or maybe a little bit more depth of talking about my principles. But I thank you for watching. This is more expression. I can definitely use more coherent arguments. If I had a sheet of paper or something, I wish I really would have brought something there to the speech, so I was able to jot down notes. But he should have the live stream up. It should be on his website. I would hope so. But yes. Hold on. Is that up there? Okay, it says it's streaming. But there's gonna be an archive version later. Someone says so. But thank you for watching. Have a good day, and America will not be threatened and should not be threatened by the alt-right and Antifa.